Welcome to ELM Coloring. Today we'll be coloring a giant's face, specifically focusing on skin tones. I use a set of Copic sketch markers. They're a set of 6 markers. They're skin tones ranging from dark to light, even with a pink and a yellow in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of try to define the light source. A lot of times the ink drawing is going to be able to help you. You can see the dark lines underneath the eyebrow and the nose, and so you can kind of figure out where your darks are going to go using the line art to help you out with that. And here I'm just going to be laying in. Just have some fun with it. Be a little messy. You know, I do a lot of dot, 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 if you can see my hand going up and down on the piece of paper. Once I have a basic where I want my darkest lights, being real frugal with those. I don't want to overdo those darks. I'll come in with the next lightest color that I have. And here I'm going to start mixing the colors. If you haven't seen the previous video, that's how do you mix skin tones, go back and watch that. It'll help you kind of figure out how you mix these colors together to get more of a smooth effect. And now that I've kind of said that, I'm not always after the smooth effect. I'm leaving these lines. I want to see these lines in there. You can see how I'm just kind of scribbling. I'm letting the marker do the work. I'm letting the marker add texture to the piece, and that's kind of what I'm really looking for. Now here I switched over to a slightly lighter color, a little bit more pink in this one, and I'm mixing those colors together. Once again, just having a little bit of fun with that. I'm not going crazy about making sure it falls in exactly the right place. The markers are going to give your skin tones texture, and that's what you're looking for, not smooth, but texture. So allow yourself to jump back and forth, allow yourself to kind of put dots down and pull lines across your face. It'll give your face a lot more character. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to come in with a slightly yellow. It's really pink, but now along those highlight areas, I'm going to make them a little more yellow. I know that sounds odd, but I'm going to mix this yellow into it because too much pink is just, it'll crush your piece. So a teeny bit of that yellow is going to just really go a long way. And it'll help it when I do go into the pinks, which I'm going into now. It'll help those pinks really, really pop out. And I love this. This is the part that I absolutely love. I love putting in the pinks, around the nose, around the cheeks. The cheekbones sit really close to the skin, so it kind of pushes that blood right to the edge of the skin, and it makes them feel a little more pink. Same with around the forehead. Of course, I'm going to go in and hit those lips with that pink also. And I'm just going to move that pink. I'm going to go over it several times to try to get it a little more rich. I'm going to get it in the eyes, right in the little corners of the eyes. I'm going to get it in, and of course the ears. And then here I am. I'm using more of a turquoise blue to do the eyes. Just kind of looking at the color wheel and going directly from the other side, just to give it a little bit of interest. Now I'm putting a little gray in the mouth. And of course, a little bit of gray in the eyes. And not necessarily do you always want to use gray. Your eyes are going to reflect what's around them. So you could actually use a skin tone to do the shadow of the eye. You don't have to use gray. Now here I am. I'm using yellow ochre. And I love yellow ochre because it feels brown, and you go over it several times. And you'll see I'm scribbling. And I can't emphasize this enough. Let the marker do the work. Scribble. You want to leave some of those little whites for those specular highlights. You'll see I did it in the face, and you'll see I'm doing it here in the hair. In the parts that I want darker, I'm going back over and just layering the marker. One layer's, one tone, give it another stroke over it, and it's all of a sudden darker. And a single marker can do a lot for you as far as defining shape, going from light to dark, rounding things off. Here you'll see again, I'm leaving those white spots in there. It's hair. I'm going to have a lot of specular highlights in there. Let's see, I go along the bottom part. See what I did there? I went, oh, I want a shadow in there. So I just went with my marker, the same color, and just drew in a shadow. You know, going over that color darkens it up. Now I got a shadow from the little ribbons that going around his cool mustache beard thing. Here I am using that turquoise again. And this is cool. One swipe. Now I'm going back in and I'm giving it that highlight by just darkening up where the shadows would be. So here it is, all done. A lot of fun, lots of fun, and you can have the same fun. Just kind of follow those simple steps. So follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.